Hi everyone. I hope you found something to measure. Oh, I'm so curious as to what you found. uh, anyway, I wish we were in the classroom because the university has these cute little inchworms, and they're little plastic manipulatives that snap together, and each one is an inch long. So you can snap a bunch of them together in order to measure an object. So, for example, we could snap a bunch of these together to measure my little peeps. And so there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit more. I'd probably snap together 7 of them. And you can also measure, the width and the height, stuff like that, with these little inchworms. And they are so cute. And going along with the idea of the inchworms are these free downloadable rulers. They're called caterpillar rulers, but the same idea. They're each an inch long, and I like that they change colors so the students can easily see that each caterpillar is an inch long. And so, from here to here is an inch and so on. So it's really cute, and you can measure, that's almost 7 inches long, which is what we said earlier. So anyway, there's lots of ways to be able to get the students ready to use a ruler. Well, using a ruler, there's a couple concepts that you and I take for granted, but the students need to be taught that when you put a pen or a pencil down that you're trying to measure, you need to put the end up against the end of the ruler. So you don't start, like at 3 inches or something like that. And so that's one thing. The other thing is that you need to line up the one end with the edge of the ruler, and then the other end of the object that you're measuring will tell you how long it is. And so for this, it's almost 14 centimeters. Okay, measuring a cereal box. So what kind of things can we measure on a cereal box? Well, there's length, there's width, there's height. Those are all one-dimensional attributes. And then there's things like the area of the front of the box, or the sides, or the back. There's the volume. How much does the box hold? We could also talk about the weight of the box. So there's a lot of different things that we can measure on a box. Now, obviously, I'm not going to expect everyone to have a cereal box, but I bet you most people do. And for those that don't, I bet you could find a box somewhere in your house. So let's think about the box. So what type of attributes or units are one-dimensional? Well, like the length or the width or the height would be one-dimensional. So like length, width, height. And we could measure them in centimeters or inches, or if you have a big enough box, you can measure in feet or meters. Two-dimensional, that would be like the area of the front of the box. And so we need to take up some two-dimensional space. So that would be like square centimeters, square inches, or square whatever units you're using. So this would be area, and the units would be square centimeters, square inches, etc. Three-dimension. So we need to take up the space inside the box, and so that would be our volume. And to take up space, we need to have cubic units. So like our little cubes. So a cubic centimeter, a cubic inch, and so on. And a cubic centimeter is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. And same thing for the cubic inch. It would be 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. Okay, so please try and find a box, whether it's a cereal box or whatever you have laying around your house. And if you don't have like a cardboard box, I bet you have something that's a box shape. So let's go ahead and measure the one-dimensional attributes, such as the length or the width or the height of the box. And then let's measure the front of the box, the area of the front of the box. So the area there, and then find the volume of the box. Well, the volume is our length times our width times our height will tell us how many of those little cubes will fit in there. So please go ahead and measure some kind of box and then come on back.